Good morning and welcome to Monday Motivator. It's Paul Toby here. Thanks for being here. We appreciate your time. I was watching the Players tournament over the weekend. As some of you may know, I am a golfer and I am not a professional. I'm an amateur golfer. And it got me thinking about what professionals do that amateurs do not. And I started thinking about putting together the top traits of professionals as someone who was a former professional musician, as someone who's been a professional speaker, as someone who is a professional business person and executive consultant. I think it's important for us to understand the distinction between amateurs and professionals, no matter what niche we're talking about, no matter whether it's business or anything that is designated professional these days. So that's what we're going to do this morning. I hope you have a good time with this. So here are my top traits of true professionals. The first one is you have to know your stuff. And one of the things that I know over the years is that you can never know everything. And so know-it-alls don't get very far, while learn-it-alls tend to inherit the earth because they're always open to learning and upping their game. So knowing your stuff means always being in learning mode. The second one is professionals tend to honor their commitments. So that means showing up on time with energy. It means whatever you say you're going to do, you do. It means that if you've made a commitment to a person or an organization, you honor that commitment 100%. And that's, to me, one of the most valuable things in business. Honesty and integrity, I think, are also important. Typically, your word is your bond, and you always want to be straight with people and be 100% honest. And integrity basically means that you are not just honest, but your behavior displays traits of honesty and professionalism. Number 4, this is really important, enthusiasm. We've done this before. Enthusiasm is a formula which has 2 parts. The first part is you love it and you love doing it. It's called enjoyment. Whatever you enjoy doing, nobody has to tell you to do. And the second part is add to that a really big goal. And so professionals have both of those things. They really love what they do, but they also have big goals. And finally, Brian Clemers said that if you want anything in life, you really only need 2 elements. One, energy, which is included in the enthusiasm trait, but also you need to practice. And that leads me to one of my favorite sayings, which is this: amateurs practice until they can get it right. Professionals practice until they can't get it wrong. And I believe this quote comes from, I think his name is Harold Craxton. He is a former Royal Conservatory of Music professor. So I actually studied Royal Conservatory, and this is a quote that I've known for many years, and I think it's a really good quote. And I was seriously thinking about this weekend at the Players Tournament when you're coming down to the final few holes, and you just recognize that they just don't make mistakes. They're a little bit off here and there because no shot is ever 100% perfect. But they certainly don't make messes out of the final holes. And that's the difference between amateurs and professionals. So it's a really good quote. I hope you enjoy that one. Let's say it one more time. Amateurs practice until they can get it right. Pros practice until they can't get it wrong. And this is something that I've known at least for many years, especially as a professional musician, because if you're performing in front of people, you have to have that mentality and that mindset. So that's the 5 top traits of professionals. I hope you enjoyed that. This has been Monday Motivator for this March the 15th, 2021. Thanks for joining me.